Mexico and Canada be treated economically like Georgia and Alabama without them actually being committed.
I think it might last.
Is a bad trade.
The top one.
Good morning, inmates.
Reconsidered and reimagined correctly. There are parts of Mexico that are fundamental to us. There are parts of Canada, their energy and other things that are important to us. But the concept of taking an auto plant out of Ohio and Michigan.
I'm sorry, I can't help but laugh. Look at this tie, it's so long. It's like going down to the chair and lower.
His tie is fucking ridiculous.
Taking an auto plant out of Ohio and Michigan and putting it in Mexico to break.
You want to play some poker, inmates? Should I show you all how to play? I don't think we've ever gone live on Facebook and played poker. Let's get it.
He's bringing it back. You're going to see it get brought back. And I think it needs to be reimagined and needs to be readdressed. There's plenty of good.
Here we go.
There's a huge amount of bad that needs to be.
We got a mochaccino going on.
The former top Canadian trade negotiator said the other day
We're gonna
get
that baked.
Christopher Freeland is like
Yo, Christopher Freeland. Shout out Christia Freeland, you fucking coked out bitch.
The longer they wait, the better deal you're gonna
Have fun in Ukraine, you stupid fuck. Have you ever heard of a deputy prime minister? No, me either. That's gay.
Right? We are the consumer of the world. Okay? Carney has a problem with us. He gets on a plane and he goes to China. Does he think the Chinese economy is going to buy his stuff? China is entirely an export-driven economy, right? So what did he do? He came back and said, "Oh, we'll take their electric cars." I mean, is this nuts?
Yeah, it's definitely nuts. Definitely
It is
nuts.
nuts because it's destroying that industry. That's what Carney and the Liberals want. They want to boost the value of their net zero assets versus retain Canadian jobs that Canadians need. Funny though, he's blasting Chrystia Freeland. Clearly, that's a major source out there. Well, I don't agree
Fuck
with
that
how
bitch.
The Trump administration has handled the tariffs, steel, auto, aluminum.
Yes, please.
Sectors. It's nice to hear somebody
Pair
blasting
fives.
Carney and the Liberals to going out in the world stage.
3-bet the pair of
Somebody's
fives.
gotta do it. At this point, though, they have to roll out a deal and make it public. That way, if Carney doesn't take it, then it's very obvious that he's trying to sabotage our own country. Because Carney's not going to try to get a deal. He doesn't want it.
Let's go, you Russian. Put your money where your mouth is, Russian. Okay, let's do it. Kings, what the fuck? What the fuck? With a king on the river. That was the worst game of poker ever.
Talk to you about how the Canadian government has really framed this new partnership, saying it's strategic, especially around.
Well, that didn't work out at all. Let's try something else. Let's try something else. That was bullshit. That was bullshit, man. That's not how you're supposed to start a Saturday. Maybe because I didn't get baked first.
Uncertainty with the major trading relationship related to automobiles with the United States, and they're looking for options. And the hope is maybe that if you make early steps towards some kind of agreement with China on electric vehicles, maybe that demonstrates that Canada has options with the United States. But I think that's a risky play.
Ace 9. King 10. Holy fuck. That's 2 in a row. I think we should quit. I think we should quit. That's 2 losers in a row.
That's a vastly larger relationship than 49,000 vehicles. So it's risky in the U.S. dimension, but there are also a whole host of risks on the Chinese side of that equation because it's an asymmetric
That was quick.
and China's leverage. You're trading temporary relief on.
I played 2 hands. God damn it.
Anytime they want for market access for electric vehicles for 5 years at the beginning. But that's going to create a dealer network eventually. It's going to embed that trade, and it's going to be very
Shout out, David.
unless you build in provisions.
We'll give him a shout out. Moose on the loose. 18,000 views in 3 hours.
I'll let these roll in here because, well, Carney wants to get closer with China.
Which provisions do you want to see, especially when you consider
This fucking retard on CTV is an absolute disgrace. Defund the CTV. Defund the CBC. Defund Global News.
what can Canada do at this point?
I don't know how Canadians can pay for this garbage.
Just slightly as the government is trying.
My guy does it for free.
With the U.S., I think other Western countries like
Got this fake ass fucking mountains in the background. It looks like a painting I would see at the thrift store. We got this fake ass green screen fucking picture of Ottawa.
Let's understand what we're talking about.
Sad.
This is vastly larger than what we saw with Japan or Korea in the 1980s and 90s. And they are already hollowing out industries in other countries and dominating them. The speed at which these vehicles are, because they are so much cheaper, and they are good quality vehicles, but they are massively subsidized and supported, and they're driven by a state.
Slippery soap.
The objective is to
Are still talking about Chinese vehicles? There's no way that we should let Chinese fucking electric spy vehicles into Canada. Number one, our neighbor, our biggest trading partner, said no. So you have to ask daddy before you buy a car, Canada.
so cheap. And then the Chinese government weaponizes that for geopolitical leverage.
Oh, do they?
Into their supply chains. And
Wow.
power over you. All of these countries are vulnerable to that, but their responses are disorganized. So
Fuck China.
is you have a common policy that you finally agree with the United States. Plan B has to be, if that fails, if Donald Trump really does end the whole integrated North American auto industry, what can Canada still do? And there the risk, the likelihood is the Chinese companies are not going to be very interested in investing in Canada because the market is too small. And they've demonstrated, they've shown no interest in transferring technology. So the risk is you lose the auto sector and all we're left with is some knockdown kit assembly plants, essentially putting...
Wow, it took CTV to bring somebody on for 2 months to figure this out. I knew this before they even said it, man.
Order a sofa from IKEA and put it together in our living room. That doesn't make us a furniture company.
Yeah, even though Melanie Jolie said that's not going to happen, especially with the Stellantis plan.
Melanie Jones is a complete joke. She's failing miserably. You've got to wonder if Carney's doing this because he can, on the back end, make some sort of deal where certain batteries, certain components that Brookfield's invested in or that directly produces, like Clario, this company here that was bought out between CDBQ and Brookfield, number 54 on Mark Carney's conflicts of interest. Well, these products get directly mandated to be put into these vehicles. Now, these aren't EV batteries that power the vehicle. These are starter batteries. This is just one example, right? And the funny thing about this is, well, you can see right down here, this is directly tied to this Chinese company, Chinese Aviation Lithium Battery Tech
Uh-oh.
plus Clarios. So this is
More
a failed deal, but
conflicts of
failed
interest
deal
for
where
days.
entered into a strategic
When you have to put a
collaboration with
fucking
Chinese
conflicts of interest on a whole chart, you're totally fucking corrupt.
After it fell apart, Clarios pivoted to Sweden, announcing
Fuck
partnership
China.
with subsequent equity investment, and Altris, a sodium-ion battery technology. You just got to wonder, is it going to be something like this? Is it something else here? There's so many projects they have here. Which one of these is Carney going to try to integrate into these EVs that get slapped together in Canada, but most of them are just parts coming from China and maybe a few extra parts that come from Brookfield? I don't have any proof of this. I'm just setting up an opportunity here where potentially this could lead to Brookfield profits, considering how much these guys are invested in net zero EVs, all this kind of stuff. This is a perfect scenario where if I had all these EV companies in one vertical stack, then we could easily look at all of them. I've got these icons here, but right now having it as it is, it makes it difficult. I gotta look around and try to remember where all these pieces are.
Yeah, even though Melanie Jolie said that's not going to happen, especially with the Stellantis plan.
Man, this government is so horrible. The biggest show on YouTube is an anti-government fucking platform.
That's exactly the kind of line that you need to hold.
And we pay billions of dollars a year for CTV, CBC, Global, and the other fucking retards to propagandize us.
Possible for
It's really fucking sad.
because otherwise they will take the market. They'll generate consumer demand. They'll undercut everyone else, and then they will use, the Chinese government has the potential.
It's really fucking sad.
To constrain Canadian choices on foreign policy. We already see signs of it in terms of the willingness of Canadian officials and politicians to speak frankly about problems in China.
And specifically on that, the issues in China with forced labor. We know that you've raised the concerns about that being in the supply chain, especially with Chinese made.
This is retard. Oh, forced labor. You think you could suck your chin back into that fucking shirt a little more, you fucking retard? I hate that guy.
And the issue is enforcement and the information. Right? How many actual shipments has the Canadian government stopped from coming in because of forced labor concerns? In the case of the United States, it's thousands. In the case of Canada, it's 1 or low single digits.
Wow.
Clearly, it's not actually.
One, yeah, I'm not surprised. We're not even scanning the sea cans that come in that are bringing street fentanyl into our country, or the precursors that they're turning into
Right?
street fentanyl, which can wipe out millions of people. They should be treating that like a biohazard and take it serious, but obviously they're not. Because are they in on it? Do they want that stuff in our country? Questions to ask. Why
Good
is it
question.
so easy
Good
to-
question, David.
Force. And the problem, it's very hard to actually do the kind of due diligence because this is not just a moral concern, right? This is a due diligence problem for companies that want to be able to tell their shareholders that they're not facing risks of forced labor and potential lawsuits in their supply chains. But the Chinese government makes it virtually impossible to do that due diligence.
Because they're fucking communists.
I've seen the fear in the eyes of Uyghurs and people there from the acute repression they are facing.
Wow.
And
Uyghurs are just Muslims in China.
essentially modern day slavery and coercion in those
Getting your shit manufactured in China is modern day slavery. Fuck.
guidelines, and you need
This liberal world order totally fucking cooked us.
a burden of proof on the supplier that if you can't guarantee
The kaboomers took all the manufacturing and said, hey, a third world country can do this for a bowl of rice a day. I love slaves. Let's have more slaves. Let's get everything made in China. And China said, well, remember those opium wars when Britain fucking sold opium to all our people? Well, we're going to sell you fentanyl. Good. We're not going to tell you you're buying fentanyl. We're just going to sneak it in with the fucking other garbage that you made us produce.
Remember all that?
Following that, when you hear what we are hearing from Prime Minister,
We've been at war with the East since the end of World War II, and you don't even fucking know it.
world, it is an issue around the world, and said parts of China.
David Cochran is a fucking
Do you think that
slimy fucking weasel in a bad suit. Your suit is fucking ugly, my guy.
I think this is a new government and they're still calibrating a new relationship.
New
with
government?
China and in some ways trying to find the right
We've had the same government for 15 years, or 11 years. Will be 15 by the time they're done.
what position represents where Canada wants to be on that. This is something Canadians as a whole have to decide.
I can't watch this, man. I just get angry.
Brainwashed. Our high trust society has been weaponized against us, and while technically it's up to us, I don't see Canadians waking up anytime soon. Jumping ahead here, I want to show a clip off of Mark Nixon's interview with Carrie Lynn Finley. She's in the BC leadership race here. Listen to this story. This is unbelievable.
We can all be emotional. We all get tears in our eyes.
Fuck your feelings.
Tears in my eyes the other day. I was at a meet and greet in Abbotsford, and a mother said, with tears in her eyes, my daughter, just 3 weeks ago now, was in full labor and went to Langley Memorial Hospital, and the staff asked her if she'd had the 2 COVID jabs. She said no, and they turned her away.
What?
And she had to go home and have her...
Get him, Mark Nixon. Anybody named Mark, except for Mark Carney, is fucking gonna be fucking mean. Get him.
And that new grandmother was crying. I'll never forget.
There's no way they turned away a fucking pregnant woman because of COVID
I know how
in BC. What the fuck is wrong with you?
when you're
How could they ask that at
when a new life comes to the world,
How could they ask that in
outrageous.
it's
That's
2026?
crazy.
How could they ask that? Who cares?
Who cares?
It was fake. Who cares?
Sending applications. I never believed in the vaccine mandates in the first place.
Can't even say the word on YouTube. This is fucked.
Jobs go ahead. If
You fucking fascist regime when the government and the fucking corporations get together to fuck us.
calls of the legislature and parliament, that's what happened to us. And
This is just unbelievable.
That's
The woman
unfucking
in
believable.
the hospital because she hadn't had her pokies. I mean, this is the state of British Columbia. I highly recommend everyone watch this video. I'll link it up right here on the end. Today's the final day to sign up to be able to vote in the BC leadership race. So if you want to do that, now's the time. We got to get Carrie Lynn Finley in as Premier of British Columbia to save this country.
God damn. Shout out, Moose. That is a wild story to finish off this. Love Moose on the Loose. Fucking, he's been killing it for a couple years now, man. Like his video was 3 hours old and had 18,000 views. He's single-handedly fucking trying to save our country. All right, I think it's more coffee time, man. More coffee time. Look at this weather. Fuck is going on? Is it snowing where you guys are? What the fuck is that?